What's going on, everybody? Here we are. We're back today. It is Monday, day 7 of the cut, and we're back after a brief hiatus. There was 2 days that we took off the gym. Reason being, if you remember back to my last few videos, I was feeling down. I was feeling a little tired, down, sore. I figured out I was a little bit sick. So my intuition said over the last 2 days, I needed to take them off completely, allow my body to recover, recuperate, so we can hit the gym hard again today for legs. So my philosophy is, if you're sick, if you're tired, if you're sore, in combination, obviously not if you're just sore in one body part, but in combination, if your overall bodily fatigue and central nervous system is not where it needs to be, it is smarter to take off of training and recover and get back to full strength and going in and half-assing. So that's what I did. I want to go in anytime I'm in the gym. I want to ensure that I'm hitting it as hard as possible, and that's what we're going to strive to do today. Now, granted, that being said, I am still just a little bit. I'd say I'm like 90%. I'm not 100% yet. Roundabout way of saying I'm not 100% yet, but I did do my cardio today, and I feel pretty good after it. I did about 4 miles just walking, and I'm getting better, but I'm not all the way there yet. Regardless, 2 days is enough, and I'm getting back in the gym anyways. So that's what today is going to entail. We're going to be doing some legs, and we're going to go back to the original workout. Just going to do the same workout that we've been doing: hack squat, leg extensions, hamstring curls, glute extensions, abduction, adduction, some calves. Reason being, one, that's working. Two, it's been 6 days since I last hit legs. It wouldn't be like the 4th day as usual. So no reason not to go back to what's working, do the heavier, harder leg workout that I have put together and get the most I can out of it. So we're gonna go in there, we're gonna try to hit 5 plates for 12 again. We might do another 6 plate, maybe we'll go 6 plates for 5. We'll just see how we're feeling, what everything is saying, and take it set by set. Like always, take it set by set by set. And go in there and get ferocious. Be a ferocious, savage animal in there and win the day. So that's the story. More to come in the post-workout. We'll talk it out in the post-workout, talk about different things that are going on, different progressions that are going to be happening, and different thoughts that I have about the whole space that we're currently in. But before that, it's time for the most important part of anything we do, which is the training. And you can catch me in the gym right now. What's going on, guys? Here we are back. Another voiceover. The mic didn't work again. It's kind of what happens whenever I'm doing these voiceovers. It's usually a mic issue. But anyways, we are back here in the gym. And what are we starting with? Hack squat. Of course, it's leg day. And I did get a little bit overzealous in the preamble because, I said I was feeling sick. I am sick. I went to the doctor today, and I have strep throat. So we'll see how long that puts me out. Unfortunately, probably won't be as consistent this week with videos. Going to try to get a few lifts in. We'll see. Playing it by ear as we do everything. It's a marathon. It's a journey. You want to take it step by step. Take your rest when you need to. All of that good stuff. Anyways, here we are. This is the second warm-up set. We have 405 on the bar here. And one thing that I mentioned talking in the gym that I didn't get in, I said it, obviously before the set, was when I do my warm-up sets, I'm not necessarily looking for depth, right? I'm trying to get blood flow to my knee and doing so in a way that, you're going to hit different depths to get different amounts of blood flow. So that's not the biggest driver of my warm-up sets. The biggest driver is getting my knee ready for the working set. So this was another warm-up set. You can see I'm working out my knees. They're getting hit hard, especially by this heavy weight. But here we go. First working set. We got 5 plates on each side, and it felt pretty heavy. We went for 12 reps today on this, and I did a little bit different rep scheme. I did my warm-up, obviously, 12 for 225, 12 for 405. Then I did 12 for 495, which is 5 plates on each side. And you're seeing the set here. What we're thinking about when we're doing these reps are depth. We want to get depth, and we want to keep the tension on the quads. And as you can see here, my legs are growing. You can see them through the sweatpants. I'm getting bigger legs. We love to see that. But anyway, this is the penultimate set for 6 plates. Did 2 reps last time that I did this exercise. Here I got 1, 2, good depth, 3, another, and then 4, deep as it goes. Good news. That's all I had, though. I wanted 5, really wanted 5, but 4 was good. It was a step up from the 2 that I did the last time. And then, like I said, we did a little something different. We're going back down to 5 plates, as you can see me struggling to get off the machine here. Quite a set. But back down to 5 plates on each side. Still quite the weight. But instead of 12 reps, we did 8 reps. This was really as many as possible. An interesting thing is I saw another person in the gym doing heavy hack squats, and they failed. They tried to do, I think it was 6 plates, so commendable to them. But they tried to do it, and they went down for 1, and they failed. And I noticed, you see the little ticks there right before, right where my hip meets the ground? Those stop the weight, so you actually can fail, and it won't just come crashing down on you. That'll stop the weight. Just found that out. I kind of, thought that was the case, but I wanted to be sure, and now I know. So if I want to go a little bit harder or go to absolute failure, I can. However, I don't think that that's the best way to go about these, especially because I do have that knee pain reoccurring. So we want to go pretty much sub-max, but really, I never go where I could squeeze one more out. If I can squeeze one more out, I'm going to go ahead and take it. If not, no worries. So here we are back to 405, did another set of 12 just to really wear out the quadriceps, and that was it for hack squats. As I said, guys, I'm a little bit sick, so I apologize for the energy. I'm trying to bring it here on this voiceover, but that leg workout, one, took a lot out of me, and, just not feeling the best. It's not going well, but we will be back, and we will be back better than ever. So as you see here, we're back to the leg extensions, and I've been doing the same weight in rep set scheme pretty much the last couple times that I've hit this workout. Pretty much it's 175 for the light first set, which is considered a warm-up, and then 235 for the heavy middle sets, which are really about loading the quadriceps as much as possible, getting the passion in the lift, and moving some weight. I do, I think 2 or 3 of these heavy sets, trying to get 12. I think sometimes I get 11, sometimes I get 10, sometimes I get 12. And then we finish up with some lighter squeezing sets. And when I say lighter, it's enough to feel the tension throughout the rep and just get 12 with perfect form. So this is another one with the heavier 235 here. You see me really getting it. I'm in there. And, even though I was sick yesterday and, in between the sets, in between the exercises, I was really gassed, really out of breath. I still brought the intensity to each exercise. And I think that's something that you can practice, even when you're not feeling good on a particular day. As soon as, the proverbial whistle blows in football, there's 10 seconds of a play. That's if it's a long play. Let's say it's 7 seconds of a play and then 40 seconds rest. That 7 seconds, or in this case our set, which is typically around 30 seconds, balls to the walls. And then afterwards, rest, recover, take a breath. Feel the pain and feel the discomfort. But in the set, you want to be in absolute savage mode, and it's balls to the walls no matter how you feel. So if you set it up in that way, it allows you to really sprint when the exercise is on, get the most out of it that you can. So here we go. We're still doing some leg extensions. And, what this really does for me is the teardrop on the inner part of the knee. I'm really thinking about working that, as well as the top. It comes down to sort of a V over the top of your leg. Those are the main muscles I'm thinking about flexing or keeping tension on. Obviously, it's going to work the whole quadricep, but for these, you really want to focus on the squeeze, getting the contraction tight, and keeping constant tension over the course of the set. And then just doing as many as possible, locking in and going hard, breathing hard at the end of it. You want it to be difficult. So here's everybody's favorite part. We're on to the next. This is pretty much the intermission between the quadriceps and the hamstrings and glutes. We are to the abduction and adduction. And so here I do it pretty fast because it's pretty repetitive. But the best thing about this exercise, which is the abduction, is that you get the quad sweep. The quad sweep is what we want to work on. It's one of the most important parts of my development. I really want to increase the quad sweep. It increases the X frame. That is what the outies or bad girls are for. It's so poetically called. These, or the good girls, because you're shutting your legs, it's kind of a tongue-in-cheek thing there. But anyways, these are for the adductors, which are in the inside of your legs. They bring your legs together, and what this does is fill your leg out, makes your entire leg look bigger. And, when you stand up, you can really see it. It takes up a large part of your leg. So, even though these go fast in the video, even though they're pretty repetitive, you want to go as hard as you do on any other exercise here because both are important to how the leg looks. Now, we're on to a more fun one, which is the hamstring curl. Now, obviously, hamstring curl, I'm working the hamstrings, and as you can see here, this is the warm-up. So I do 95 for the warm-up, which is really just to activate. I'm not working at all here. This is not difficult. But what we do next is 185, which is all of the plates minus one of the stack. So I'm almost to the full stack. I'm not going to get there because I'm doing 8, 9 reps, not doing 12. So maybe next bulk I'll get to the full stack, which is good because it gives me room to improve. But we did, I think, 2 sets here. And after you've done the quadriceps, your hamstrings, glutes are primed, activated, ready to be pumped. Now, they might not be activated or turned on because they haven't been working, but the blood is in the area. The blood is in the front of the leg, easy for it to transition itself to the back of the leg and give you a great pump. So when I'm doing these 2 sets, 2 heavy sets, pushing as hard as I can to failure, get me a good pump in the hamstring. So then what do is go to some lighter squeezing sets. I did 125 this time, which is up from 110. And I did a few sets here where keeping the constant tension, that is the main priority when I'm doing this, second part of this exercise is keeping the tension, getting the 12 reps, and working through the entire hamstring. Now, I could just keep doing the heavy weight, but the thing is, the hamstring is a finicky muscle, and it's one that is commonly injured. You've seen even just so recently, Nick Walker was taken out of the Olympia because he hurt his hamstring. He tore his hamstring prior to like a week before. And you see it on the football field all the time. I pulled my hamstring, I want to say maybe 4 or 5 times. So it's a commonly injured muscle. Now, it does heal quickly, quickly in the fact of like 3-4 weeks, or you'll feel it for a while. But you want to ensure that you treat it the right way when you're training it and not overdo it too much with too much weight, because that's when you'll get hurt, when you go too hard or too heavy. You can go harder with lighter weight, do less reps with heavier weight, but you got to pick one. You can't do both. So next, we get into the glute extension. And what I'm doing here with the glute extension, 405, but this time I decided to up the volume. So last exercise, or last time I went to the gym and did legs, I did 2 sets of these glute extensions. This time I did 4 sets. And let me tell you, I got all of it that I bargained for. This was a difficult part. Obviously I was sick. Obviously I wasn't feeling my best. And obviously I'd already had a great workout prior to this. So, I'm on the downward slope of this workout, but I'm still getting it in, still going hard. And every set of these, you are packing your lunch. Reason being, a lot of tension, not only on the glutes, but in the area where you hold the belt. With this much weight, you're having a lot of pressure on your hips. And so it's just an overall gritty, grimy, gnarly exercise, but I love it. I've grown to love it. If you look back at my, previous videos, I've really grown in this exercise. I started out with 1 plate. Now, of course, I could do more than 1 plate, but I wanted to ensure that I dialed in the form. Now, I'm doing 4 plates, and it's feeling great. And what I'm thinking about when I'm doing glute extensions is this. You want to get the most depth possible. So you see me, I'm going to the depth because the depth is the stretch of the muscle. So I want the most depth possible. And then at the top, I want to ensure that my hips break my knees. Now, every rep, I guess I could say, doesn't do that, but that is the desire. And any rep that I don't do that is honestly cheating myself. And I need to do better, because the goal is to break the knee with the hip, because what that forces you to do is squeeze your glutes, get a good contraction, and that is under intense load. If you're able to do that, you're going to grow. So, I do 4 sets, 12 reps each set. Let's say 70% of the reps I break the knee. That's a recipe for success. And regardless, I'm going hard. So there's nothing wrong with a little bit of a partial rep or a few partial reps if you are pushing the intensity, if you are recruiting the correct muscle fibers, and if you are in the gym with the proper savagery that we talk about over and over again. So even when I'm sick, I'm getting the job done. You see me here. I am gassed. I'm having it. It's hurting. I'm tired. I'm pumped. But we got to get at least one RDL in. That was my thought here. So I said, hey, I'm going to do at least one RDL and then finish the workout, because I told myself I would do RDLs, and I didn't want to do something that I told myself I was going to do. I didn't want to not do it. So I went ahead and did these RDLs. And as you can see here, I'm using 80s. That's as much as I've used, and getting good extension. I'm doing good. I'm having a good time under tension here, and great workout for the hamstring. Gets the hamstring hit in a little bit of a different way, lengthens it instead of, focusing on that contraction that you're really working when you're doing lying hamstring curls. So that's the story there. And then obviously got to hit the calves, guys. Everybody hit the calves. I know that it feels monotonous. It feels like maybe you're not reaping as much benefits as the effort you're putting in, but I promise you, hit the calves, at least get a pump at the end of your leg workouts, and you will be thanking me later. It helps your overall proportions, gives you that anime look that you're looking for. So there it was. Great leg day. Even though I was sick, I hit it as hard as I could, and I got in, and I bossed out. So we'll see you next time. Boom. What's going on, guys? We're here the next morning, and I didn't do a recording after the workout yesterday because honestly, I was feeling pretty beat down. Feeling pretty sick today, actually, still. So going to go to the doctor, see what's going on. It has to do with like my jaw and my throat, and just probably a normal sickness. But yeah, I wanted to keep you updated here because I know that the mic wasn't working in the workout yesterday, so I'm gonna have to do a voiceover. I'm gonna do that here in a bit. But I want to give just a cap. Obviously, great leg day. Even though I was sick, I still got really good work in. I got more hack squat reps than I had gotten last time with heavier weight. So that's always good. And I feel like I adequately worked the muscles, but today just beat, feeling down, feeling, not good. And I got like jaw tightness and throat pain, all the usual. So that's the story. Probably won't work out today, depending on what the doctor has to say. And then it'll be telling for tomorrow. We'll see. But anyways, at least got that good leg workout in yesterday. And next time you'll see me, it'll be doing shoulders. But anyways, we'll see you soon.